With Juan Soto's move to left field, right field becomes an open competition. Welcome back to another episode of the Mets Shit Pod. I'm your host, Mets Shit Posting. I haven't done this in a while. It's been a minute, mainly because I haven't really found anything interesting to talk about. I know there's been a few storylines, there's been a few this and that, but the season didn't really start, spring training didn't really start, there's really nothing to talk about besides really Lindor's injury, which I don't think is that big of a deal. People like to blow things like that out of the water. I mean, it's a handmade bone. Alvarez did the same thing last year, and Alvarez seems fine. Lindor is known to recover from injuries quick. He's a hard worker. Not really worried about Lindor. What did come up is Juan Soto moving from right field to left field. Now, I also didn't see this as the hoopla that people made it out to be. I mean, people, as in WFAN and Sports Talk Radio, was like, oh my God, Juan Soto's moving from right to left. I was like, all right. Does it really fucking matter that much? Like, in all honesty, doesn't matter that much. I mean, he was brought up playing left field. Is it? Like, that's, I mean, it's not like he's never played the position before. He came up as a left fielder. And people are like, oh my God, he moved to left field. I'm like, all right, can we fucking relax? They're like, oh, I wonder who's going to play right field. It was the same competition for left field. Whoever was going to play left field is going to be playing right field. Like, it's the same competition. It's not like, well, this guy can only play right field, so that eliminates him from playing left field. Or this guy can play left field. Like, it's the same competition. Literally nothing changed. It's the same guys competing. And those two guys, well, I'm going to say two are the main competitors. And then there's a few like, oh, we could do this, we can do that. Those two guys are Mike Tauchman and MJ Melendez. So, I have been a pretty big Mike Tauchman fan for a long time. I don't want to say big. I never really talked about him, but I always liked him. I always thought he was a good player. I remember seeing him sometimes with the Yankees. I remember him being on the White Sox last year. He kind of killed the Mets. And I always thought that he was never going to be like, he's never going to be a superstar, but he was a solid pro MLB player. I mean, last year, I think he had a 2 WAR. Hold on, let me change the criteria on Baseball Reference really quick. All right, hold on. Fucking A, dog. So last year, Mike Tauchman had a 1.9 WAR. He played 93 games. But still, in those 93 games, he had a 1.9 WAR. I think the White Sox have a few young outfielders. I know Colson Montgomery is getting time in, so I don't know if that's because of injury. But even if it was, he had 88 hits, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs, hit 263. Yeah, 263. Had a 356 on base, 400 slug, and a 756 OPS. Excuse me, and a 112 OPS plus. Compare that to MJ Melendez. Yikes! It's bad. It's bad. He did really bad last year. He had a negative .6 WAR in 23 games. He had 5 hits, 1 home run, 1 RBI. He hit .083. Oh, that's rough. He had an on-base percentage of 154, slug of 167, and an OPS. Oh my God, an OPS of 321. Holy shit, that's terrible. And an OPS plus of negative 10. I didn't know it was possible to be negative 10. I know Melendez has had his struggles in the major leagues. I believe he was called up as a prospect. He was a top prospect with Kansas City for a while. I mean, his first season for a rookie, I guess, was like meh. It wasn't crazy. He hit 217. He had a 313 on base, 393 slug, a 706 OPS. Not terrible. I mean, for a rookie year, a .5 WAR. That's about like Beatty and Vientos and Alvarez. You know, I mean, he's not coming out of the gate a lot of prospects don't come out of the gate like fire unless they're like elite talent. But I don't think it was too bad of a year. So that was 2022. In 2023, he had a WAR of negative .4, hit 235, 316 on base, 398 slug, and a 713 OPS. So not much. He did actually have better hitting stats, in my opinion. He had a higher OPS, a higher batting average, higher on base. The slug went down by about 5 ticks. So I'm guessing that he was pretty bad defensively, if I had to guess, or it went down in defense because his WAR dropped by almost a whole, like by 1 almost, well, by negative .9 or negative 9, negative .9. I don't trust me with math. As I'm reading numbers to you, don't trust me with math. See, I can do numbers when they're right in front of me. When I have to do math in my head, it fucks me up. So 2024, he had a negative .9 WAR, so he went further down, went 0.5 down. He hit 206, had a 273 on base, a 400 slug, which I guess is an improvement, and a 674 OPS. So his OPS started at 706, went up to 713, and then went down to 674. And his WAR has been consistently going down so far. From 2022 to 2024, his WAR decreased, his average OPS, slug, and on base have all fluctuated. So he's trending downwards, in layman's terms, he's trending downwards. And then 2025, like I said, he had a negative .6 WAR. So I mean, he technically did better in 2025 in terms of WAR, but I don't think you could do worse than negative .9. So he has negative .6 in 2025. He hit .083 on base of 154, slug of 167, and an OPS of 321. So right off the bat, Mike Tauchman looks like the better choice. I know that a lot of people see a lot of things in Melendez. He can play catcher, and he plays the outfield. So that's like a pretty weird combination to me. I mean, I thought we kind of strayed away from that, but he doesn't look like a catcher. Like when I've seen him play, he's like tall, skinny, not skinny, but like, he's thinner. He's thinner than a catcher would be. He's not Alvarez's size running the outfield. Like the killer's like an athlete. The problem is he can't hit. He has not been consistent at all. I mean, his rookie year was probably his best year so far, and that was 129 games. And I guess, obviously with any prospect, the world's expected him to kind of take that next step, and he didn't even take a step forward. He kept taking 6 steps backwards. Like, if he was still like a .5 WAR player and would still hit 706 OPS with like a low average, maybe get the average up a little bit, he would probably still be on the team. Or they were still probably looking maybe for a trade partner or throw him into a trade. But he's just been getting worse. In terms of WAR, especially .5 WAR, then negative .4, then negative .9, and then negative .6 to last season. So it's been a rough go for Melendez. But I will say he's been doing pretty good in spring training. He had a game, I think they were playing the Cardinals. He hit 2 home runs. And I think he plays the field pretty well. And they see a lot of good things in him. And I don't want to give up on Melendez. I think that he just needs more marinating. He needs to be in the minor leagues. And no disrespect to MJ Melendez. I'm done with projects. I want to win. Like, if we have MJ Melendez starting, he's a huge question mark. I don't know if this guy is going to be good or not. He can be really good, but will he be really good? Probably not. I mean, we are the Mets. Let's not forget that. He's probably not going to be good. I want to win. We need valuable guys in the field. Someone that plays defense, someone that hits consistently. And between the two options, Mike Tauchman blows him out of the water. I mean, this guy is a career negative 1.4 WAR. Like he he loses you games when he's in the lineup. Looking at Mike Tauchman, his career, he's a 8.5 WAR, 41 home runs, 246 batting average. OPS in the 727, slug 380, on base 347. He plays good defense. He puts the bat to the ball. He takes professional at bats. He's just a true major leaguer, in my opinion. I mean, he's not a project. He's a guy that you know what he's going to do. He's going to come in. He's going to be average at most. Maybe he'll have some good stints. You know, he'll hit some home runs and he'll get on a hot streak like everybody else. But the floor for Mike Tauchman is much higher than MJ Melendez's floor. That's the best way I can describe it. You know what you're going to get with Mike Tauchman. And that's honestly exactly what you need. You don't need your right fielder. We don't need Mike Tauchman or MJ Melendez to be this like crazy stud player. That's why we have Lindor, Soto, Bichette, hopefully Robert, Simeon, hopefully Beatty, hopefully Alvarez, hopefully Vientos. Like, we have everything covered right now. You just need an average guy in that spot to fill out right field. He doesn't have to be a superstar. And Mike Tauchman is not a superstar, but he's going to be a very viable option at right field. He's going to be a very serviceable player. That's the best way I can describe it. He's going to be serviceable, and that's exactly what they need right now. They don't need a project with MJ Melendez, because you know what's going to happen? He's going to come up here, he's going to hit 180, if even, and then they're going to send him down, and then it's going to be, okay, well, Mike Tauchman come up anyway. So between those two, I'm giving it to Mike Tauchman. Let me look at Mike Tauchman's 2025 stats. I just want to... So 2025, he had a 1.9 WAR, hit 263, good. 356 on base, good. 400 slug, and that adds up to a 756 on base percentage. That's all we need. That's all you need. Nothing crazy. That's all you need right now. As like, again, he doesn't have to be a superstar. He just has to be serviceable. You know what you're gonna get with Mike Tauchman. MJ Melendez is a project, and we had plenty of projects last year. You gotta put the best team on the field, and right now the best team includes Mike Tauchman. Now, this is where we get into the farm system. And the name I'm going to bring up, I'm sure you guys know who it is. Carson Bench. I don't think Carson Bench is quite ready yet. I love his tenacity. I love his attitude, his confidence. He's got a great arm. He's been flashing the glove out there. He's been putting bat to the ball. He went 3 for 3 the other day. He hasn't been striking out a lot. He looks great, but just like, it's spring training. Like that's the part when it comes in. It's like, it's spring training. I forgot his name, but like a few years ago in like middle school, this prospect I was really high on. I was like, oh my god, he was crushing home runs like left and right. And I was like, this guy's so good. Why is he not on the roster? Because they're like, okay, let's start your AAA, and then he was out of the organization in like 2 years. So it's like, I want Bench to be good, and Bench is doing everything that he can to be on this opening day roster. But then that little thought comes creeping back to my mind. It's like, it's spring training. He's not going against number ones. He's not even going against mid-level rotation guys. I mean, some of these guys are like fighting for their roster spots. Some of these guys are long relievers. Some of these are openers. Like they're not. Some of these guys aren't even on a major league team. he's going against other minor leaguers, other prospects. So, is he ready for the MLB, or is he just taking advantage of his situation? And I think he's taking advantage of his situation. I want to see him in AAA against guys who are up and down in the major leagues, who are themselves fighting for a major league spot. Obviously everyone in spring training is fighting for a major league spot, but most of those prospects are not going to make it. Say if you're a guy like Brandon Waddell in Syracuse, right? You're one of the guys that come up when they need a spot start, inning eater, and then you're going to get sent back down. Those guys still want to prove themselves because they have to give their team value. Right? Like, I'm sure, like Brandon Waddell and Castillo and Lovelady and all these guys that the Mets sign and come bring in and then they cut or they send back down. Like, Brandon Waddell is still pitching for himself in his career, and he has to prove to the Mets that, hey, out of everybody here, you should pick me because I'm the best. It doesn't matter if I'm a lefty or whatever. Like, who else made spot starts? Or whatever, like, long relievers they were. Right, like, they're still pitching to get on the Major League roster. They want to be on the Major League roster. So, I mean, obviously, so does everybody. But those are guys that have Major League experience. So I want to see how Carson Bench does against guys that have Major League experience, guys that are MLB ready, and guys that are also fighting for MLB roster spots harder than ever, who are older and have more experience. Because when he lights up St. Louis's single A prospect, like, okay, good, you should. It's a good sign that he is. But I don't know if he's ready yet. I hope he is. I mean, like, I would love for Bench to come up here and be a pro MLB player already. But is he? Yeah, like, who's not? I mean, MJ Melendez was the top prospect, and look where he's done. His first, even if Bench gives us kind of a first year, like MJ Melendez, 18 home runs, 706 OPS. I'm good with that. That's fine by me. I would take that over Tauchman, just because he's a prospect and you want to get him experience and younger, and you hope that he will take that next step. But there's no need to rush him when you have Tauchman, who can fill in and be what you expect him to be. Because again, prospects until they come up, they're still prospects. They're question marks. Again, Tauchman is not a question mark. MJ Melendez and Bench are question marks. Obviously, we have to have the answer to Bench soon. Probably sooner rather than later. But I do think that Tauchman is the best. Oh my God, brain farting. Is the best option for opening day, at least. Because if I had to make an order, it would be Tauchman 1, Bench 2, and Melendez 3. I really don't see the MJ Melendez hype. I gotta be honest. I'm sorry. Like, I don't. If Kansas City couldn't develop him, I mean, he's in a small market. It should be, I don't want to say it should be easier, but it kind of works in a funny way that if he was in a small market and then came to a big market team and began to thrive, I don't know. Never know what could happen. But that's MSP's opinion. I think Mike Tauchman should be the opening day starter. I think Ben should get work in AAA. I think MJ Melendez should be in AAA. There's no reason why it can't be Benj and right. And MJ Melendez in left in Syracuse, or in center, or behind the dish, wherever he plays. But I do think that Mike Tauchman is the option for opening day right field. Just one quick thing. I've been reading a lot of philosophy books and kind of really getting into philosophy, so I might drop a philosophy podcast, something about that. Not like a whole separate thing, just like an episode on here. I started another YouTube channel. It's called My Own Radio. The logo, not the logo, the profile picture is like the old Xbox 360 like smiley face logo with like the purple background. Go check that out on YouTube. I put a video on there. I'm probably going to put that same podcast I drop on Spotify and MSP on that channel as well. So if you're into philosophy, it's going to be more like questioning yourself and like learning to live better, if that makes sense. But anyways, stay cool. Yeah, let's go Mets.